What is up, children of God? Holly's on her way here. Well, Holly's right there. She's writing down some of your suggestions from the Patreon. Hey, everyone. Sorry that the clocks changed. We kind of forgot about that. Hope you can hear me okay. And we're going to try to make comedy happen an hour before it was supposed to happen on our bodies. We've been missing doing these. We've been traveling so damn much, but it's so nice to be back. Hey everyone. Look at these sweeties in here. Got some OGs in here. And if you're new, hey, welcome to you most especially. We love a seeker. We love a seeker. There's Holly in a Climax t-shirt.
Represent. This is my current favorite t-shirt. It's really soft.
Okay.
Hi, friends. Hi, Kristen. Who's in here? Hi, Kim.
Do you need me to pop this out? Hey, here's a good piece of
Megan,
news.
Elise, Motow.
We hit some level on YouTube, which means that now you can tip us and stuff if you want. But there was this, I don't know how any of these things work. Supers, there's goals. We can do polls now.
Goals and polls.
We can do
whatever you want.
You can do stickers.
This is for you, babies.
That's a good question. What do you get? I can make, there is something fun in here. I think I can make goals. Yes, I can. So here, I'll make one. If let's just say that if we get let's just say if we get 5 super chats, this will be our goal. Does anything come up for y'all?
Elise, you liked Paula? Paula was so fun. I did not know what to expect because a lot of times stand-ups like have certain feelings about improv, and we were sort of prepared for anything, and she just came to play. And it was her idea. She was like, I want to be an ex-sex worker who runs the first aid at the church.
I know, and that was
she was so sweet. I had a blast with her.
I had a call with her and her team a few months ago, and I couldn't get the sense if she wanted to do it or just I had some questions in my mind of like, oh, maybe we're forcing her into doing something. I don't know if she knew what she was like, what she was signing up for.
Right.
And so then I was like worried that maybe it wasn't the right fit. And she came in swinging. It was great. Okay, well, we're gonna keep this one right and tight today because we got folks ready to rock in here. So what we do is we're gonna get a bunch of suggestions from our Patreon. Sorry about the Patreon post this morning for the regular episode. That's coming out in just a few hours. We're having some RSS maintenance happening. And as we transition the Patreon over to Supercast pretty soon. So just still working on that. But yeah, Holly, do you want to go through the suggestions that we got? And if we need any more, we'll...
I got your late suggestion, Emmy Alternative. And also, I always say Motow in my mind, but it's Moto, right? But good question. Is there a collective noun for the podcast?
Mega Minions. I always just say Twin Hillers, but
Mega Minions.
I love the Mega Minions.
We live beneath them.
Look at that.
Oh, our first ever.
Our
first ever Moto.
You only have to get 3,000 hours of viewing time on here. And that's when
which we did.
The money starts coming in. Yeah, we did. Thank you for that. So if we
Thank
get
you,
5 of
thank you,
those,
thank you, thank you.
well, I'll do a
Then,
Donovan Chio catchphrase.
but there was a suggestion maybe that the catchphrase has to do with something having to do with the Pope. Y'all, I don't even know what's going on in the world right now. Like, is the Pope sick or is he like retiring? I've been like I've had no media or social media for a week, and
Oh
it's
yeah, Holly's been on a cruise and with
unbelievable.
Emmylou Harris.
And I think I have to keep doing that and become like I think I have to. It was so weird. My angry little heart remembered that it's like a big happy heart with just 1 week of being off. It's so
Megan, $1.99.
backdoor friends are best. Megan always remembers that. My mom had one of those like Michael's or like home goods, like wooden country style plaques by the back door that always said backdoor friends are best. And I was like, why is this so funny? Like, even as a kid, I don't even think I was thinking about anything blue or like a sex joke, but I was always like, this is funny though. There's something funny about this phrase, backdoor friends are best.
Backdoor friends are
And I
best.
couldn't figure it. Well, I probably did figure it out pretty quickly because I was a pretty dirty ass kid because all that repression made me be like,
Dorny.
should I obsess about this stuff instead of all the stuff you're trying to repress?
Oh, the camera looks good today.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I think, do you want to just rattle them off and then we'll.
What happened with the time change? Because Hallie and Gray had to be up early for church. I remember this when I worked at a mega church. A new catchphrase, if it could be papally related in some way, maybe.
Okay,
Or it could be
I'll do a PayPal related catchphrase if we hit our goal of 5 $2 chats.
Is there something bad with the Pope? I don't know. He's sick.
I guess he's sick.
Okay.
I don't know. The only thing I know about that is I watched Conclave on the plane.
Did you watch it all?
I watched. I'm not done with it,
Is
but
it
I've
good?
watched
But
it.
it's good.
It's really
Okay.
good. I liked it.
Also, Kristen, I need to check in about what's happening with what sermons are you doing? Because we're in what's it? Man, I'm losing all my stuff. We're in
Sick
Lent,
and
right?
old. Sick and old is a bad combo.
Okay, so
I should know.
and then we had a Scamanda. Hallie watched Scamanda, where I didn't
Oh,
see that in real life, but a woman like scammed a megachurch.
right.
And then Day brings up that
Thank you.
Kristen, what's
Thank you.
up?
Thank you, Kristen. That's very cool.
Now, Kristen, I need you to remind me what's happening with Easter. I'm so
What is
out
it?
of the calendar.
What is it?
What is Easter?
Easter's late this year,
When
right?
is Easter? Where are we in the Lent? I usually know because one of my best friends always gives up booze and sugar for Lent, and so I'm always like, "When's Easter?"
I was in Chicago this week, and everybody on Ash Wednesday, and everybody was walking around with
Oh, okay. So it was just Ash Wednesday this week.
Ash
Nobody
Wednesday
on the
was.
boat. Nobody on the boat had an ash cross.
Oh, really?
No one.
You would have thought that would have been part of it.
No one. And the boat was really well, I'll just say there weren't any people on the red team on the boat, which was, I guess,
You're talking about Cincinnati fans?
okay, Easter's April 20th. And what are we at? Oh, we're on the 9th.
I did
It's
kind of.
April? Oh, we're only in March. Okay.
I did kind of want to walk around with the thing just so that I can, because then I wanted to go and have it on my head during the show. 420 Easter.
Oh my gosh, it is 420 Easter. Is that when we should have a high stream? Is that very irreverent?
420 Easter. Let's do that.
We have to do a, oh my God. It's a God thing. It's a God thing. It's a God thing. It's a God thing.
420 Easter.
420.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And it's Orthodox Easter. My favorite Easter.
Okay, this is going to be good. Because the last time when Greg brought the backdrop down was my favorite moment of life. Oh no. Carried it off on his back like Jesus down the Via Dolorosa. Okay. Okay, so we have our suggestions. We'll get through all those.
And you can always
We'll
do
rock and
bits in
roll.
here. lit Easter. Thank you.
Emmy?
Yeah,
Okay.
look at this. We're gonna get
Wait, so
a
that's
Donovan
4.
Geo. We'll get a Donovan Geo
Okay.
goal, I'm sure. Okay, you got to
You
think of it.
better think of one.
I know. Uh,
Hi, sweet baby. You're a good girl. Good girl, baby. Sweet baby.
okay,
Good girl.
I'm gonna roll on this, and after this, I gotta go to work. Hey, Kittery. Oh, we got some Europe up in here. Figured we'd have some European friends up in here.
Um, I have to show you something, you all. This is a painting that
This is my work. That's why I'm trying to make it my work, Kim. If we can get we can get 5 $2 things. This is my work.
I have to show y'all that a Mega friend, someone who we met through Mega, just got us an original painting of our dog sister.
Isn't that so good?
Look how good that is.
Thank you, Steve.
Can you
Steve might be in here.
stand it? Steve, are you in here? It's so good. I have it. I know, Kristen, can you believe how good that is? And I have it like leaning on this. We have this like
Wait, hold it up.
this wall behind us is slanted. I can't describe
Just
it.
put it over my tired ass face this morning because, my God.
Kim, $4.99.
Work it. Y'all are so sweet.
All right, here we go. This is so good.
Oh my God. Let's thank you. And Pastor Steve, Pastor Steve got it for us. What if Steve was real?
Pastor Steve would never do anything good for us. Hallie's given him her whole life, and I don't think he. Well, didn't we say?
Do y'all like my new Yellowstone hat? I got it at the thrift store, and it has a Y on it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Didn't know it was for Yellowstone, the TV show. And then I was sitting at Bob's Big Boy the other day, and some old white guy was like, Yellowstone? I was like, oh, yeah, I guess so.
You're like, why are you saying Yellowstone to me?
And
Do you think I'm on Yellowstone?
Then he kept complaining about DEI. So you know what? Yellowstone fans, checks out.
Elise, it stands for Y front.
Why for Y fronts?
That's actually fantastic. I guess it is dangerous wearing a hat when you don't know what it means.
I know. But then I looked at the label inside, and it did say Yellowstone.
But is that the symbol for Yellowstone, the park, or Yellowstone,
TV
the
show.
TV show? Oh, that's pretty bad.
This is what you get at a thrift store in LA. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, it must have been given by someone who like worked on the show, who was like, "They fired me. I hate this show."
Yeah, I think it was a crew gift. Okay.
I do like it as a.
I know, it's a cool hat.
It looks good, but I don't. I've never seen the show Yellowstone. But we have a nanny who works in our neighborhood pushing the stroller of a little baby. And she's like, not this baby, but the last baby I used to nanny was Kevin Costner's love child or grandchild.
Love child, I think.
She's like, I was the nanny for Kevin Costner's love child. And she said, he's not nice. I don't know. I can't remember.
Are we gonna have to shut up the dog?
Sissy, no, baby. What should I do? A treat?
Yeah. This is the joy of having an ancient dog that just yells at you all day. Sort of like working in a nursing home. Kevin Costner's love child. I know. Does anybody say love child anymore? Is that just Holly?
Love child.
Okay.
It means you were really in love when you procreated that baby.
This is the kind of funny. Well, I was doing a show the other night, and somebody in the audience said that they were their roommate. This guy looked like he was in his 20s, and he said, "My roommate used to date Marty Scorsese." And we were like, "How old's your roommate?" He's like 72. And he's like, "She has secrets or stories."
Oh, I'm sure. Wait, Scorsese? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm having trouble because we're not supposed to be
awake
right now. No, we're also not supposed to be on Amazon right now, or I'm trying to not be on Amazon, and I can't get the certain dog chew treats that she needs. So, like, what do I do? Do I really stick it to Bezos, which is all I want to do? Greg got me a new anti-billionaire T-shirt that I've been rocking. I should have worn that today.
Okay,
It
let's do it because I do
it
have
has
to
Grim Reapers
I
on
do
it, and
have
it
to
says,
get it.
"All my homies hate billionaires."
Here we go.
Okay. Hiya, I'm Hallie Labont, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we're giving our mega church a tiny family feel. We love to introduce you to members of our church staff and people from our community. I always find it to be a treat and a treasure. But today, unlike usual, it's just me and my co host, Gray Haas.
What is up, Hallie? The Lord is good, and all of us oh my God, my brain is not working. Hold on.
Okay, I didn't do the opening
I
right
know,
either.
I
I
was
fucked up the
total
opening. Okay. Because I was trying to not go into that one part where we don't have guests. Okay. This is
This is the
some
kind of
ugly
quality that you're
sausage.
gonna this is the kind of quality you get on a live stream, y'all. Then you hear the pristine edit when it comes out. Okay.
Okay. We can do this. I've got your back.
Got your
That
back.
was what was wrong. Hiya, I'm Hallie Labont, and this is Mega, coming to you from Twin Hills Community Church, where every single week we give our mega church a tiny family feel. And per usual, I'm joined by my co host. He's the youth pastor for our high school ministry called Climax. Please welcome Gray Haas.
I don't want to boast, but I've got the Holy Ghost, Hallie. How are you?
Awesome. Oh, I am so blessed. I mean, now that we're in the Easter season, this is like the Super Bowl for a mega church. I mean, let's go.
It is our Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, it really
And
is. I mean, and Christmas is also our
really our
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, Hallie, it is just absolutely lit around here with that Easter energy. Big Easter energy is what I call it, and it's been amazing. I mean, we had an amazing Ash Wednesday service at Climax, and I just wanted to, really remind the teens that having the mark of those ashes on your forehead is an absolute bragging right, isn't it?
Yep. Well, normally, we don't want to be prideful and brag, but some things it's all right to feel good about yourself for doing.
And so I did a little contest and it was really fun, Hallie. I said, whoever keeps those ashes on their head the longest, wearing them to school, wearing them to your little birthday parties,
Awesome.
wearing them to your roller skating rink, wearing them to the skate park, wearing them to the mall,
Yes.
just wherever teens show up. There's always kind of teens just scattered around entryways to things. I said, I would love to see all of you wearing those ashes on your forehead for as long as possible. And whoever wins, whoever comes in with those still on is going to get a prize. Hallie, I've got several teens that are still competing. Of course, they want to know what the prize is, which is going to be a personal pan pizza.
Awesome.
But I don't want to tell them that because now, now when you reward teens, they want something much bigger than pizza. It used to be just give them a pizza. Now it's like, I want an Xbox. And I'm like, I'm not giving you an Xbox just for wearing ashes on your forehead.
Yep. I mean, my kids have gone on ahead and started limiting their own screen time because they're like, we don't want this. Like, this has been shoved down our throats our whole lives. We don't want it. It gives us headaches and whatnot. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do now to punish them. I have to take away their favorite foods.
Right, because it used to be it's a tough thing when you're a parent because sometimes you go, I can't talk to you right now. Go look at your phone. That's what you want to do.
Well, sure, yeah.
And then a lot of times it's like, hey, don't say that. I'm taking away your phone. But now they don't want their phone, so you can't even say, go look at your phone. I don't want to listen to you. And, you can't take it away because they don't even have a lot of these teens are giving up their phones. So I don't know what to do for that bit of leverage that every youth leader, every parent needs, Hallie.
Oh, one of my daughters recently asked for vinyl. She wants a record player and she
Oh,
wants
no, don't get it that.
vinyl.
Oh, a record player. Okay. I
A-
was thinking of different vinyl.
She was like, I want to listen to my music on vinyl. I want to buy music where the artists, receive the money. And, I've always got Hillsong on my Spotify because I
Yeah.
got my Spotify and my Lexus and all that stuff.
Good
But
luck trying to find a Hillsong vinyl.
I know. I'm like, "What do you mean you wanna go back to vinyl? That's old. We already had CDs since then, and then we had, iPod. What were those things the music was on?"
I think they were called iPods, but I was a bit too young for that.
Yeah, and then we had our iPods and after our Discmans and all that stuff. So and now we just have music coming out of the ether, and we don't have to pay any of the musicians for it, and that's awesome. And my kids are like, "No, no, we want the money to go to the artists, and we want, to be able to touch our music and play it and everything." And I'm like,
Just get over it. I'm like, get with the program, teens. Go let I want some of the reward system that we put in place for teens to be like it was, of just, just give them a pizza. It used to be that.
"What?
That used to be the number one rule of youth ministry, honestly. Bring them to Christ, give them a pizza.
Well, honestly, I think it used to be get in the fields because
Get in the
what the
fields.
teens were supposed to do is they were supposed to be working on the farm."
Oh, I would love that. I mean, if we had a field, I mean, maybe you should start putting them out on the lawn and see what they'll get up to out there. Well, I don't want at least separate them by sexes.
I mean, now if you told the kids to like go out in the field, they'd go out into the rows of corn and start making
Oh,
out.
it's worse than that, Hallie. They do all sorts of stuff now, and I've just had to absolutely crack down on just the mixing of the sexes.
Well, I already,
It's spring, you know what I
having
mean?
heard about cuffing season, it
Oh,
just
cuffing
grieves the
season.
heart of God to no end that these kids are handcuffing each other to each other. And, I just don't know how using the bathroom would work if you were, cuffed to a member of the opposite sex. And I can't figure it out.
Anyway, Hallie, I did want to bring up, something that I'm obviously praying about, and that is what is going on with your husband Lance and his job. Because I think last time we had talked, Lance was just having a really hard time.
Well, it's just been a series of mysterious events surrounding his job. One thing I noticed because I do all the books, I do the taxes. I've been working on our taxes for a long time now.
I hate
Hate
taxes.
tax season, hate it.
We shouldn't have taxes. We should. It's
No.
it's unconstitutional,
Yeah,
and I should know.
yeah,
But yeah, it is. Taxes are illegal, but we gotta pay them. At
that's
least the
right.
church doesn't have to pay them.
Right. Because, death and taxes, that's the, you know,
Death, taxes, and the love of Christ.
isn't that right? And so, I just noticed that, his paychecks went from they stayed the exact same amount, but they started to be cash deposits instead of, his regular automatic
I know, it's so
deposit from
strange.
his, he's in importing, exporting. He's had the same job for years. He leaves the house at the same time every day, comes home at the same time every day, goes and gets in the same chair in the living room and watches the same games, football, basketball, baseball, golf. And he so none of that has changed. He's still leaving and coming back, but little things I keep having the instinct that I want to follow him and see, where he's going during the day. But you told me that that's, not ethical and not my business or my beeswax. And so I've just been trying to encourage him. I've been sending him a lot of little video clips of um, Mark Driscoll, because, Driscoll talks a lot about the marital relationship. And, that honestly, um, this might sound like some pretty grown up words, but part of a, marital relationship is, the marital bed. And, there are certain, the requirements that have to happen in there. The way Mark describes it is that it's kind of the man's job to say where, when, how much, how often, and to what extent. And that the woman can just enjoy kind of being brought along for the program.
Yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. It's kind of like, going to Disney, even though we don't like Disney.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't like Disney.
Oh, no, I mean, it's just like, well, and maybe we do now. I don't know. I haven't checked in on that. But, for a while it was doing all this crap.
Yeah.
And, but I do think maybe, just since things have gotten a lot better in our country, maybe Disney is good now. I don't know. I need somebody to tell me.
We need to hear from DeSantis. He's been kinda quiet
I
nowadays.
know. Where is he?
Where is
Because he was
he?
so cool, and he was just like one of those guys that you're like, "Now that guy is cool." Um, I loved his little outfits, even for, a shorter guy. I thought he was cool. And he was always just taking it to the libs, the snowflakes, and I thought that was so cool. And, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but my friend
Clay
Clay Mason
Mason
Bannerman
Bannerman?
and I love to go to Florida. I mean, it's like one of our favorite places
Florida's
to go. Oh,
awesome.
Florida is
It's
amazing.
awesome.
You can get all inclusive everything in
Yep,
Florida.
yep, yep.
And so we're thinking about taking a little vacation there. Of course, if we can find childcare for Popsicles, which has been an enormous issue, Hallie. I've got to tell you.
Well, isn't Popsicles spending a lot of time over with Polycules at Donovan Geo's,
It is
Geozigic
well,
Dome?
well, Hallie, we found out something absolutely terrifying,
Oh, no.
which is yes, he's been spending time over there because Clay thinks Donovan Geo is a good babysitter, but and I don't want your mind to go to the wrong place here, but I've got to say it. We found out Donovan Geo is Catholic.
You know what? I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
For some reason, I'm
really.
not
I mean,
surprised.
I think he's got a Catholic vibe, don't you
He
think?
has a Catholic vibe, and, as we know, Catholics are it like we have always said, they're close, but no cigar,
Right.
They're I
Or
think
sometimes too much cigar.
yeah, 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 and too much women. They're trying to give credit to Mary and, involve her and stuff, and, the thing about being Protestant is to be like, "There aren't women involved here. We don't need that. Men are the leaders,"
Yeah.
all of that.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Mary Magdalene, the only reason she's ever mentioned in the Bible is, I think, to just basically warn people off about the world's oldest profession and, what happens when somebody starts dabbling in the flesh trade.
And the thing is with him, I and he's just been really he's been really upset this week because I guess a bunch of stuff is going on with the Pope. And
Oh, is that
he
right?
keeps going up on the roof and starting these little I guess they do this whole thing, Hallie, when they pick a new pope. It's kind of actually, like, not dissimilar to every year when when the board of elders reinstate Steve as our
Oh,
leader and we do the big fireworks show.
yeah, yep, yep,
I
yep,
guess with
yep.
Catholics, what they do is when they pick a new pope, they put a different kind of smoke up a chimney. And,
Oh,
and so everyone's waiting to see what color the smoke is. If it's white, they've picked the new one. If it's black, they've picked, they're still deliberating as something.
wow.
And so every night, Donovan Geo has been going up on his roof, which is difficult because he lives in a geodesic dome. It does have a chimney. And he goes up there and he'll light it and he'll, send smoke off the top of his roof, thinking that the whole neighborhood is really tuning in to find out if a new pope has been chosen. But the thing is that's really strange is that I guess they're not even he's just been doing that thinking that yeah, we all care. We don't. And the other thing about that, Hallie, is, every time he is up there, and sometimes the kids are up there with him, Popsicles and his nephew Polycules, which I find is completely unsafe, even though if you fall off a geodesic dome roof, you just kind of roll down to you're just basically rolling down to the grass below.
Oh, that's good.
And, of course, he's got some stupid new catchphrase every time he talks about the Pope, which is, "Don't be lonely, I've got the macaroni." And I don't even know if that's about the Pope or if it's about something else. And of course, I mentioned the cigar, too much cigars earlier, because he's still wearing Y fronts. It's friggin' 7 degrees outside.
Wait,
Um,
is there something papal related with, pasta?
well,
Macaroni?
yeah, I think, it's all about, they're over there in Vatican and Italy, and he's, of course, has got